guess I'll be one empty seat when I wrestle at Wembley. I used to tear my shirt, but now you tore my heart. I knew you were a Hulkamaniac right from the very start. Right from the start, you were my friend. I'll see you again when the Hulkster comes to heaven. Heaven, heaven, heaven. We'll tag up again. Again, again. The world just lost another Hulkamaniac. A friend to the end. I'll see you again. I wish Hulk's love could bring you back again.
You've waited all week for your dose of ... stupid.
Quiet down, dummies, I'm talking.
It's hashtag WrestlePals.
Shut up, dummies.
Hi, we're back. Are we allowed to curse? I mean, we do. Hey. So I don't have to crane my head anymore. Just. All right, we'll get. Oh. I don't want to be sad out of the gate. We got Dakota Kai music playing. That was perfect. Lovely. Hey, everybody, it's hashtag WrestlePals. He's dancing. Look, okay, Justin's dancing. If you only listen to the audio feed, just peek the beginning of the video. Just get a taste. See if you can stand it. He's dancing over here, and it's great. Maybe you don't get the full effect. No, not that dancing. Don't do that dance. Hey, everybody, it's hashtag WrestlePals. Your weekly dose of ... stupid. How you doing? Huh? We talk wrestling, have fun, and that's about it. Not much else. So, who are we? Oh, hi. My name is hashtag. Well, screw that. I'll get to me. It's hashtag WrestlePal Justin over there. Look at him. He's amazing. Hashtag WrestlePal Justin. Also, a real man of science. Real man of science. See, what I like to do is I like to pull the intro nice and long and fake throw it to him a couple times, throws him off a little bit, because he wants to sing first thing. So if I make him stay quiet for a couple minutes, he cools down a little bit, and I try to break him. But you know what? Perfect every goddamn time. Can't stand it, and I can't believe it.
See what this is, Nathan?
It's hashtag WrestlePal Justin.
Cherry lime. It's back.
I'm just like waving at the thing. It's the best. Cherry Lime is back?
Yes.
Did it go anywhere?
Well, it wasn't at my food line.
You found another supply.
Well, it's back at my food line. That's why I said it's back.
Not supply. Supply? Do they spell that with an X as well?
Who are you?
Hi, I'm hashtag WrestlePal. Who am I?
Hashtag Nate Appreciation Day.
For Christ's sake. Shut up, Dakota. I'm hashtag WrestlePal Nate.
Chris Swit says happy hashtag Nate Appreciation Day to all. Ellie says hashtag Nate Appreciation Day. Hashtag Justin is great.
He is. That I'm not going to disagree with.
And Dan Gould says R.I.P. Mean Gene. I promise we'll get there. We don't want to start in the doldrums. Oh, see,
you scared off Dakota. What did you do? What did you do?
Oh, Death, I'm out. Hey, you know what? Well, Nathan.
Yeah.
Norm,
hold on.
Norm McDonald here.
Oh, is that who you is?
There's a couple things here. Right at the top of the show.
What's that?
Ever wondered how you scare off Dakota Kai?
No.
She does the intro show. The song. It's her entrance music. One way you could scare her off is Death.
Yeah, and she's
Happy New Year, Dan.
She is gone. Yep. He said a couple things. Was there something else you had to add? Oh, Justin's here. Hey, Justin, you just missed.
What? What was that? I hope it showed up on this.
I'm gonna call it a visual effect. Uh-oh. Hope that's not fire.
Happy New Year, Kim.
Yes, the explosions are going off. There's fireworks everywhere,
We have
including
pyro.
including over there. Oh boy. All right, Justin, we're gonna take turns watching for smoke.
Uh-huh.
Okay, tag out. It's your turn. Oh my God. Continue watching the stream. This could be evidence later for a potential arson case. We didn't do it on purpose, but we were negligent. More me than him, but you don't see him diving over there putting the fire out. We're going to kill an entire block, Justin.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just snort on Mike. Hold on.
You could do that too.
Yeah, well, I guess that light
So
doesn't
could
work.
I.
I guess that light doesn't work anymore, sir.
I can think of worse things. I can also think of way better things, Nathan.
What's that?
Nathan, for the last month or so, first of all, happy Native Appreciation Day to you all, everybody here in the chat. Just remember, hashtag Native Appreciation Day.
It's tomorrow. It's not today.
Yeah, you're right. It is tomorrow. It
It's
was also
tomorrow.
yesterday, and it's also today. For the last month or so.
That'd be the worst new tag for WWE programming. It's the future of yesterday, tomorrow, and today. Now, actually, that sounds more like soft rock. Every soft rock channel in every market, everywhere.
Yeah.
Greatest hits of the '80s, '90s, and
The 80s, 90s, and today.
have you heard them re-edit that now? The '80s, '90s, aughts, and today. I know, right?
Ew.
It's a travesty.
Ew.
You're right, Justin. Before we get to the sadness, I do need some happiness. So what were you saying? The last month or so? What?
About a month or so, we've been giving.
It's cleared up. The rash is fine.
We've been giving the live update because every week at least there's a live update, ladies and gentlemen. Because I don't know. I just have to say, firstly, I love Liv Morgan.
It's not really an update. That's a checking status.
That's a state of fact. We all know that
How come we never get to hear this theme?
because she never wrestles as a singles competitor no more.
It's a
And
shame.
she's in the Riot Squad faction, so she always comes out to the Riot Squad music.
I get it, but I still like the individual music every once in a while. But I know it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit the character at the moment.
Right, exactly. Nathan,
What? What?
These are always.
So you just wanted to tell everybody Justin loves that lady.
I love Liv
get-
Morgan. As a
Who?
matter of fact, so much so, my commitment. It's hashtag commitment right there, Jack. You know, you guys, I may not be a smart man,
Okay.
but I do know what art is. That's art, Jack.
And he knows what he likes.
I knows what I love,
Oh, for God's
and I love Liv Morgan. That's hashtag commitment, Jack. No, look,
Thank you for not scaring her. They seem to have to deal with quite a bit.
yeah, we will get to that later too.
Oh my God! Is there more?
We're coming for the ghouls. The ghouls aren't getting away with their crap no more.
Mhm.
I'm done with that.
What? Have you gone on the offensive, Justin?
I'm about to. I'm tired. I mean, I have.
Can you let me know when
Before?
you're going to pull this up? Because I got a couple ideas for a couple names that we need to be carrying the hashtag WrestlePals brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Well, you know what? I'm not going to go back
That's
into
right.
Twitter. Oh, you know what?
We're gonna go on Ghoul Patrol.
Yeah.
Word up! Let me know when this is happening so I can tag in there a little bit. Because
gonna be
I'll
fun.
come out of the woodwork for some open angst and hatred. That's my jam, yo.
Taking down ghouls. One
Mhm.
tweet at a time.
Too ghoul for school. Concentrate, sir.
I know I'm trying to find this tweet.
Well, I know you and Liv have quite a few interactions there, so you have to go back fairly far.
I think it's almost fair to say that we're friends. Like, I mean, it's internet friends.
All right, okay. As long as you make that distinction. Did you ever have friends on the internet and then you go meet them and it's like,
Maybe we weren't friends.
no,
It
no.
won't be this way with
you,
Liv.
you realize, like, I'm always amazed when people are internet friends and then like meet up and they're like carry on exactly the same as they kind of do online. But I mean, I can't like
That's pretty much me. Other than I don't really say I can feel it down my plums.
Quite as
that
much.
often. Quite as much, yeah.
Quite as much. Let's not say you don't, because I have heard you say that earlier today. In person.
When I got here.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, that was Jenny, not me.
Okay.
And I just repeated. All right. Man, this was...
Hard to tell. Her voice
there
is
it is.
destroyed right now.
Here we go.
All sound the same.
So, just randomly the other day.
Oh? Randomly. He isn't constantly... You know what? I got to tell you how this has affected me now.
Okay.
Okay, before you get to your bit of good news and the official Live update, I want you to give you the Nate ramifications of the Live update. I've had to start turning on notifications now for one Liv Morgan. You know why? Because I gotta watch what you're doing, man.
Why?
Because I don't know. I think somebody should be keeping an eye on you. It seems suspicious. I'm just saying, nothing's happened yet, but I'm just keeping an eye on you. So when she tweets something like, look, I found some ham or something, I'll be like, all right, Justin's going to be all about ham sandwiches for a week. This is cool. I'm prepared for this. I can endorse this ham sandwich agenda. I'm fine with that.
She did.
Hey, Liv Morgan. She captured a groundhog. She's keeping it as a pet. For Christ's sake. Justin's got a groundhog as a pet now.
She did.
Actually, he doesn't. He's just got some dirt and a pig. It's not quite the same, but he puts the dirt on the pig. And he's like, it's a groundhog. And then she likes the goddamn picture. This is how it's affected my life. I have to know what she's up to.
She did on her Instagram story earlier today.
She got an I got to follow that too?
Put a bunch of pictures of meat.
Wait, what?
Like she went to the stove.
wrestler?
No,
Who
not
was that?
him. Wasn't it Sean Stasiak?
John Stasiak?
It was not him.
Hey, let's give him a couple ladies and call him meat, and they're going to point at his,
It's junk.
No, that's junk. That's a different wrestler. That's a Japanese wrestler with a boat. We call him junk.
Oh my god.
No, the dude with the penis, we're going to call him meat. And we're going to put him in... Were they... Okay, I'm sorry. I get a little... See, this is how it's affected me.
Ding.
Vicariously, Liv Morgan is destroying my life. Liv Morgan,
love Liv Morgan.
you need to settle down, lady.
Dan Gould says he has a crush on Bailey, my ex. Just so you know. Although it was never this serious. with
They
Bailey.
were heated in the ring this week. Were you okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
It was a respectable competition.
I got a count of 5.
For yourself?
No,
Is
that's what she said.
Is somebody counting you? And Justin's getting a little tense over yonder. And just somebody's monitoring.
Get out the
1,
damn way!
2, 3, 4. All right, break. He broke. Good.
I know I got 5.
God damn. God damn, Justin.
Get out the damn way!
All right, look. That has permeated everybody's life. Nobody gets that except everybody. Everybody's playing that goddamn cowboy games.
It's true.
It's ridiculous.
It's
Makes me
true.
want to go back and watch JBL matches. Well, not so much JBL as what is it?
Justin
Hawk Bradshaw. Hey, you know what? The hell with it. I'm going all the way back smoking guns. Here we go. I want to see Bart Gunn get knocked the hell out again. I think everybody... I was watching that anyway. That isn't new. You might want to put the music back because we're still in the middle of the Live update.
Yep.
Here we go. Seamless cover right there. See how I covered that? I covered the seam with the word seamless. It's weirdly deep. That's all. Deep. Oh, I got punchy. I drank this bad coffee. We'll put that away. Tastes like moon pies.
All right. Nathan,
Huh?
again, just randomly the other night, I was tweeting, as I do sometimes when I can't
You do
sleep.
often, because I've had to turn on notifications for you. And
Never
then,
do that.
And then when I want to sleep, I have to turn them off.
Never turn on my notifications. It's a bad idea. You're going to have a bad time.
No, you know what? It may not be for you. Just help.
The bit.
You're an adult, right? Probably. Maybe. I don't know. How many of your children we got? Stay off of Twitter. It's not for you. It's for old men and stuff. Follow with caution. At the Hulkster on Twitter. It's down there somewhere. At the Hulkster on Twitter. Follow with caution. Yeah, at your own discretion. Only if it is safe for you to do so. Follow one at the Hulkster. Turn on notifications if you must. But be forewarned. There's some stuff, yo.
nothing grotesque.
Yeah, it does make it sound like you're just slaughtering animals and posting carcass pictures.
Nothing like that.
No, that's from PS4 share on Facebook.
So,
What'd you do to that goddamn wolf?
did you see it?
Yes, I saw it. Okay.
It's like, whoa.
I'm sorry.
All right, so just randomly tweeting, like, I said something about I'm your new favorite or something, and I followed it immediately up with I'm also your favorite's favorite.
Yeah.
Guess who retweeted that? Without any warning. I had no idea she was on the Twitter machine.
Bono.
Bono's not a lady, as far as I know.
He's not?
Yeah.
Wait, she's not?
As far as I know.
All right, I don't know.
Liv, of course,
Liv-
retweets it.
Huh?
Yeah, just randomly.
You're not tagging her, are you?
No.
This is just you
There it
tweeting?
is.
I'm also your favorite's favorite.
So that's proof positive. I am Liv Morgan's favorite. I think that's. I don't
That's
think I'm out of the realm.
I mean,
That's a
there's a bit of supposition,
that's a good conclusion to come to. I think.
bit of hearsay, and I found the stink bug.
Okay.
That's why the light broke out, because I knocked it over, jump kicking the goddamn floor lamp, because there was a bug in there, a little stink bug,
Uh-huh.
and I freaked out, and the natural response is to throw the lamp as hard as you can against the wall, right? No, that's where I messed up.
Elliot, hashtag new best friends. I'm just saying, I think it's pretty safe to say. I don't think I'm going way out of my way here to make this
I don't think you're
assumption.
friends. I don't think you're friends.
We're online friends, but like,
I think you're favorites. Hey, will
she's
you be,
my favorite,
Hey, will you be my best favorite?
and I am her favorite. And so, when people say Liv is my favorite,
Nah,
her
man.
favorite is me,
I'm your favorite's favorite.
and I'm your favorite's favorite.
Now I get the context.
It's pretty exciting.
How many Riot Squad shirts do you have now?
2.
If there came out if she started wearing a specific shirt, would
If
you
sh-
consider
Would I consider a Liv Morgan specific shirt?
Yeah.
Yes.
these couple little retweets? She's already got you in for 50. You're down for another 75.
Maybe.
Well done, Miss Morgan. Well done.
Maybe. Well, it depends. If it's a good shirt, yeah.
How bad could the shirt be?
I don't know.
Just a picture of a tongue?
I'm not wearing a tongue shirt.
No?
Nah.
Don't like the role? Wait, no.
No.
Okay.
Also, remember Mrs. A-lister shirt?
Uh-huh.
That was pretty hot garbage.
Not as
And
bad
I
as
liked
the...
Miz then.
what
a
was
lot.
it? Every time AJ gets in a tag team, a high-profile tag team.
Yes.
Can't
Y2AJ.
Can't believe they made that shirt. I can't
Just
believe...
to burn it.
I can't... They burnt the hell out of it.
But that's the Liv update.
So she's eating meat again. This is important. She
Yeah.
wasn't for a while?
She was a vegetarian as far as I knew.
What was she putting on her pizza?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
'Cause she hasn't been tweeting much about pizza lately either.
so
Mostly
I've-
spicy stuff.
So I've told you that I've had to follow the Liv Morgan now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'll save that for Ghoul conversation. I got something for you for later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris says his Riot Squad shirt will be here in a few days. First wrestling shirt since he's bought since NWO 6 ball.
You got a 6 shirt? That was cool.
Yeah.
You know, he made his effort to make like the 8 ball is cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the cue ball is, well, I don't know. That's
you.
yeah, well. Oh, Jesus. You gonna do the point too? You gonna give me the quiet point and then the suggestive just that what it is? Huh? You want me to name other round white objects?
Nathan.
God damn.
Sorry.
No, Nathan, you don't have to. Your mother already did. No, it's terrible.
That was out of line.
I'm sorry.
That was out of line. I
Ju-
didn't mean that. I
ju-
didn't mean to be so mean.
Justin, you always pick. Yeah, there it is. You knew what I was looking at. First of all, synthesize is the worst thing that's ever.
I read it in the papers.
Scratch that. This is the worst.
I saw it on TV
He didn't read a goddamn paper. Hold on.
when I wrestled Wembley.
Where the hell is Wembley?
Used to tear my shirt. But now you tore my heart.
Why?
I knew you were a Hulkamaniac right from the very
Ve-
start.
No.
You were my friend.
They brought in professional singers, by the way, and they had to do this garbage. And they're holding the monitor. You know Hogan's in a booth, right?
Comes to heaven.
Can I get more of me in the monitor? No, I mean the TV
Back
monitor.
up again.
Hitting the high notes. What's up, Mr. Hogan? Oh,
Just lost. Another Hulkamaniac.
it keeps going. I like that the picture is a picture of the CD case. What is the name of the album?
Hulk rules.
Hulk Rules.
What's the name of the band, you ask?
Yes.
Hulk Hogan and the Wrestling Boot Band. Thanks, Jimmy Hart. Listen, we're trying to make this lighthearted. A piece of my childhood died today, man.
Hulk Hogan and the Wrestling Boot Band. Like, is it a boot that wrestles? I'd be okay if it was the Big Boot Band. Because guess what? That's a cool name. Who are you playing with? I got a Big Boot Band. It's got a little.
bees.
No, it's the perfect amount of bees. 3. Any more than that, you got a swarm. Oh, even Hulkster. There's more?
There's a whole album, Nathan. You're looking at it.
No, it has to be a CD single at best.
No, there's like 10 songs at least.
No, there's not. I don't believe you. There can't possibly be 10 songs on the Hulk Hogan and the Wrestling Boot Band.
The Hulkster is back. That's how that one goes.
From what? Can he not be, please?
You want to hear him rap?
Wait.
Because that's what's about to happen.
Hold, please. Yes.
Oh my God.
Ooh, shut up, lady.
Wanna know?
What's up, dude?
I don't know, man.
Born, I was bred, I was southern fed. Got a crazy idea running through
Southern
my head.
fed?
California is a place that I had to be. Then a speech in the pit really set me free.
He's in character. I don't know, man. Nah. So hold on. Those professional background singers that were on that first track are on this one too. Did they force them to listen to this stuff too?
Yes.
Oh, for God's sake.
Nathan?
I'd rather hear. Randy Savage had the album Retort, right?
Mm-hmm.
Several, 100 years later. I'd rather listen to that. Let's not, but I'm just saying I'd rather. On a hierarchy of there. Just anything to not hear any more of the Wrestling Boot Band. Can you please? Oh, for Christ's sake. Wait, what? Is this Bruce Beefcake coming out of the ring? I forgot to. Hold, please.
Fun with my family and friends.
What?
I wanna be a Hulkamaniac.
Okay.
Have fun with my family and
I don't
friends.
see how the two are related.
You want to be a Hulkamaniac?
I
I
don't.
can sure show you how to get on track. Say your prayers, eat your vitamins too.
Is this on the
These
same
are all
goddamn
things that
album?
Maniacs do.
Why do you know this? You're not reading lyrics. For a moment there, I was like, okay, it's some weird karaoke thing where he's reading it. Oh, is that the wife that took half
No,
in the video?
that was his daughter.
That's his daughter.
That's Brooke.
Oh God. Oh no. Okay. is that Abdullah the Butcher in the middle? Cool, man.
Family
Cool.
and friends.
So that's 2 albums that he's rapping on. I want to point out. All right, I was going to say it's the same guitar lick. It's just they turned some distortion on and slowed it down. We got one track. I'm just going to slow it. Oh, God, please, no. No.
This was my theme for the Mike and Bob show.
You know what? It's
The going gets tough. The tough get rough. Hey, oh, come on. Let's go.
Oh.
Let's go.
In the room.
In the room.
On the moon. They run room and move. Feet and beat. Okay.
Hey, oh, come on. Let's go.
They ran out of words, so they just said, hey. Oh. Come on. Come on, let's go. I think those were just notes as Jimmy Hart was just doing producing in the back. Hey, oh, come on, let's go. And they're like, no, we got to do another track. And we're here. Enjoy. I hope that the band, the wrestling boot band, is just 3 dudes named Wrestling Boot and Band.
And Jimmy Hart.
Well, yeah, of course. He's gonna be there no matter what. You know, Beefcake's somewhere around. I don't know what happened either, man.
All right.
I want to point out again, Justin did not have lyrics in front of him. He knows the lyrics. Why is this happening?
You had to point it out. I was just
That's
using
at
something
least
to
14
segue.
tracks you played.
I was just trying to segue into Mean Gene.
No.
You wanted to talk about. You didn't believe me.
Who's
Party
Who the hell-
on the beach patrol. That's Jimmy Hart. Party.
Action Station. Okay. Now, now I get that you can stretch some words a little bit, do a little shoehorning, but it's not like he's telling a complicated goddamn story. First of all, I don't know what the hell they're patrolling. I know it's the beach. I get that.
Nathan, it's the beach.
Why, Justin? Why is the beach not safe?
Whoop, there it is.
Is there thunder?
In paradise.
My good old friend?
No, my girlfriend.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about Jimmy.
Beach patrol. How you feeling? Good?
First of all, I can the whiny voice I can take. The fact that there's professional singers yet again.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to sing what? We Are the Beach Patrol? You could just hear. She's doing a hell of a job, Justin. But you can hear the sadness deep in her voice, like. Okay, what is this? You just start. You're gonna play some. Who is this? What was her name? Jane. What was that singer in like the early '90s that had the chain from her nose to her ear?
It's Linda Balea.
Oh,
Hey, Linda, dude. Sing this song about me, brother.
wait.
It's the only one for me.
No, he's not. Nope. Oh, you don't know this one as well? Don't like singing the lady song to the Hulk? I'm not saying you can't. There he is. Oh, look at Sensitive Hulk. And by Sensitive Hulk, I mean, probably.
You know something, dude? You know what this album really needs?
What does it need? What does it need?
Why don't you get in here, Linda, and sing a song about how great I am, dude?
Look, I'm fully accepting that he calls her brother and dude. He calls his own wife brother. Dude, what is that? Is that the back of the cover?
Yep.
Why are there words there? Like he's playing
Those
some
are all
deep
the
throat.
songs.
There's that many? There's like 40.
I told you.
How long? What's the runtime on this goddamn album?
45 minutes. I don't know. That's just made up.
Oh, man, everything just clinched up and my abdomen hurts, sir. Left, right. I think my kidneys just failed.
You know something, dude?
I don't know a thing, sir.
This album really could use that one number, brother.
What does that mean? What it does? It's
Hey,
missing-
Linda, brother, why don't you get in here, dude, and sing this song about me,
Wait,
brother?
your brother's coming in? Who is this?
My wife,
That's a lady.
Linda, dude.
The Linda dude. Is that a family name? Her last name is Dude? She kept her name. She hyphenated it?
No way, brother.
She's Dude hyphen Balea Hogan. Hyphen Hogan. What the hell?
You're welcome. I guess I know what we're opening the show with forever now.
Brother Linda dude?
You know something, dude?
No, I don't. We've established this. I don't know a goddamn thing. Jesus. Brother Linda dude.
There's you loving the album.
That's me recoiling in horror. But the sound is coming from my headphones. I can't get away from it. It's like when you put a wet towel on a cat and they're like, for Christ's sake, this is the worst and I can't escape. I don't put wet towels on cats. That's mean. Much like subjecting people to this garbage. Linda brother dude.
You know what this album really needs, brother?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna say. Hold on.
thinking of Beach
No,
Number,
no,
bro.
no. First. I can think of a few things that this album does need, sir. If you'd like, if you're open to feedback,
No way, dude.
Of course
I'm
you're
gonna
not.
put you in the face, dude.
go ahead. Book your own goddamn album.
I
Go
need
ahead.
about 9 songs about me, brother.
Well-
being great.
Well, I mean, how can we sum this up in a very simple and very, very, very curt? That means short and to the point, Mr. Hogan.
I know
sir.
Kurt Hennig, brother.
Yeah, I know you do. His brother? Who's his brother?
Larry, dude.
Larry the Yard Tool. Some others, I don't know. Something else you'll find out in the shed. That's the entire Hennig. Oh my God, you're hot. Calm down. It's all right. Neighbors are gonna call.
Getting heated over here, brother.
I think there's a Russell man over there. Some guy. Jesus Christ. Justin. What else does this album need? I don't know, man. How about a few actual songs?
How about a song
A little
about
less-
me being in the house, brother?
In a what?
In the house, dude.
I don't know. Only if we can balance it out with something else, like you in a car, or I don't know, in a court.
How about at the beach, dude? We'll be on patrol, brother.
No, I think we need a deposition, sir. Or how about
How about a sad song about that kid dying, dude?
what kid?
That one
He
kid.
has no idea. He
Brother.
may have an idea. By that kid, do you mean Andre? Jesus Christ, sir.
Wembley.
Wemble E. Just in the 80s, if Jack Gallagher was around, they would call him Wemble E. It would be the worst.
Oh my God.
He'd still have the umbrella, yes. Okay, hey. Who do I have here now? Is this Norm? Is this Justin? Is this that other guy?
Hey, Nathan.
No.
Hey, Nathan, you know.
That's me.
Me, Norm McDonald here, you know. Couple things that don't look, you know. Yeah, we got that light over there, you know.
Well, we did.
There's that other one, you know. It's pretty bright.
That one's fine,
It's
yes.
pretty bright, you know. Found out there's a way to heat Justin up, you know. I don't know if you knew that, you know. There's one way to do it in one word.
Live.
Hulk.
Oh, that.
Whew, gets the blood boiling, brother.
Hey. Calm down.
A real man of Zion. Look, I'm avoiding the inevitable. Really, this is your fault, though, because I was just using that song to segue into Mean Gene,
I
and
can't.
he started critiquing it, so he had to take the deep dive into the album.
Just-
the deep cuts, brother.
There's something you know that it's like whatever you put in front of me, I'm going to hyper focus on, tear apart, overanalyze, and then it becomes not fun much anymore. For me, everyone else seems to enjoy.
Oh, I enjoyed quite a bit.
I know you did. I can tell. You still are actively, spitefully and actively enjoying it. I think you only played like 7 tracks.
I know.
I'm gonna listen to that later.
There's the Wrestling Boot Band, and then Bad to the Bone. I know for a
Oh,
fact.
they did a cover?
Yeah,
Of course they did.
not good.
The album? Because you're right.
Excuse you. You heard those 7 tracks, brother. That's pure gold.
They were all about him, except for the one that was. No, that was about him too.
It was about him.
It was him on the Beach Patrol, right?
Yes.
Jesus Christ! Oh
Nathan.
God! What had happened?
We got to get a little serious here because we just spent way too long on Hulk rules. Mean Gene passed this morning, man.
What?
Mean Gene passed,
Oh,
and there's no fun way to do this. And I thought it would be fun to do like the Hulkster goes to heaven, you know, bit
yeah.
to get us into it because
it's always on tap, and
that too.
sometimes it's the most appropriate way to get to it.
and he would appreciate that. I think I didn't know the man.
Well, dude, he was in wrestling at the height of carnyism, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like how would he not?
Yeah.
Like when people were upset about the anvil being used to push an angle now. It's like no, that's exactly what he would want.
Yeah.
Hey, he's on TV and he's giving a rub for Beyond. What's up?
So I don't know any of the specifics. I could have read up on this. I didn't want to, man. We lost Mean Gene. Like that's all I need to know. We lost him, and that is a real bummer.
Well, you don't need to read up.
Yeah.
I mean, he is what he is to you.
Yeah.
He was a personality
It's
that
a
put
huge
over.
part of my childhood,
He was a huge personality that put over other giant personalities.
and that was his job.
Because he was never bigger than anybody he was there with, and I mean that personality and presentation wise. That being said, he's a hell of a personality and a huge individual in and of himself. but he always managed to pick whoever was up there, pick them up, raise them up even higher, and elevate them, no matter what was going on, even if it was 1, 2, 3 Kid,
Yes.
even if he was a little gassy.
Such a professional.
Such a professional.
Even more professional. Actually, both instances of Fartomania.
Fartomania running down your leg.
1, 2, 3 Kid. Well, he may not have even been 1, 2, 3 Kid yet. He may have just been the kid at
The
that point.
kid.
And then with Sid Justice at the very end of the Sid Justice video. How are you gonna not even address that? Like it's like 40 farts in 1 second.
Quite a professional.
What a but that's how you could describe him. Consummate professional. You could tell he was having fun. He was the straight man.
And that gave the air of legitimacy to everything.
Yeah.
Well, this man of some sort of stature is collected and very articulate amongst these behemoths and monsters and slathering monsters just wandering the country. So here's a man, we can trust him because he's got a jacket on. He's got a dinner jacket on. And I always look at those and wonder who ever put like the WWF on his thing, because I got a feeling he was like, I got this, and he put it on there himself. Because I imagine he's got that same weird like self-starter kind of thing to it. I don't think someone in wardrobe did that. I think he said, I need to look more professional. I need to look more like a man of the news. I need to be give an air of professionalism. What can I do here? What subtly can I do that doesn't take away from the attraction, that builds them up? Dumb little WWF on the breast of the jacket. Such a wonderful thing, and he was always a presence in every promo that he was in. which brings to mind, like, that was an era of promos, dude.
Oh yeah, in like wild ones.
And they had to be.
And you think about some of the greatest promos of all time. Gene was probably there, holding the microphone.
Yeah. And steering it in a weird way.
Cream always rises to the top.
That is the one that always sticks out to me.
Who's right there holding the microphone?
He was the one that, because if you look at wrestling objectively, it's a bunch of craziness, bunch of madness. If you took it as reality, it's absolute madness. Gene made everything seem legitimate. He took it seriously, and he made you feel that you had to take it seriously. And these actions and these matches and what happened had dire consequences for everything. So when he's in a promo with Randy Savage, who's being a goddamn maniac, I mean, that was kind of a sting. And Gene is slightly flustered, but trying to remain professional through the entire thing. It adds that much more to it. It's like, oh, he's even shaking the professional newsman.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And he's the only person that really, like, I always kind of lump Gene in with this weird era of being a kid and remembering the last of the dudes that were involved that didn't wrestle. I don't know how, as a child, that's how I always thought of them. There were the dudes what wrestled, and then there was everybody else who was kind of there. And I ended up loving those dudes because you see them so much more, and they did so much.
Lord Alfred Hayes.
That was going to be my go-to. Lord Alfred Hayes, I loved him.
Yeah.
But then you go back, it's like he was an evil bastard at points. He was a wrestler. Jesus Christ. You go back for like even you've got Heenan, anybody else that was on commentary, and then the managers, like you've got Albano, you've got Blassie, you've got the Grand Wizard, you've got Slick, all those dudes. If you take the people that they were with or in scenes with, and you take them out, you take out the straight men, the crazy men have no bearing. They don't exist in reality. Those guys, especially Gene, was that weird link to reality and legitimacy that lets you think, even if you know better, lets you think that this crazy, this weird, this fake world exists. Gene's going to treat a king as a king. You know why? Because he's a king. Well, this respectable man obviously thinks it, so I can think it too. And it's not that he made you think it, it's that he made it okay for you to believe it. And that's all you need, man. We all knew it was not real.
Yeah.
But man, that one dude that'll make you just give a little bit of moment to make you think, hey, this guy thinks it's something. He's taking it serious.
Yeah.
You know what? I love that. Did anybody ever attack me, Gene?
Didn't Andre choke him? Or was that
That was Euchre.
Euchre?
Yes, I remember Euchre sold it amazingly. I love that no matter how crazy anybody was, no matter how evil they were, you don't touch Mean Gene. Because also Mean Gene had a little bit of a mean streak to him. And how did he get the... it's beside the point. It's fine. Yeah, there's the AWA Andre with the giant hair. Ridiculous.
Oh, jeez.
For the love of God. I'm
Ads.
sorry. I'm making you jump all over the place. But just the Gene making things legitimate.
Look at his hair.
It was the best.
Like Nathan said, this is the AWA with Heenan. I'll skip a little. Look how tall Andre was.
Exactly how tall are you, Andre? How much do you weigh?
7'4.5", and I was 497 pounds.
You played a role of Bigfoot in a series some time back. What was the name?
That's a
Sorry. So I'm just mesmerized by how legitimate Gene makes everything.
yeah.
Wrestling was in San Francisco.
Yeah, Andre with his hand on his shoulder.
You know,
Okay. There's nothing. Doesn't
What-
appear to.
but I mean, just the visual of that. I know you,
Yeah.
you can't see that there, but Gene looking up as if this was a wonder of the world.
Mm-hmm.
He legitimately reacted and treated it because we're not there and we can't physically react to it. We're getting it conveyed to us on television.
Mm-hmm.
Gene played that important role of being the everyman. He's reacting to it in the way that we're supposed to react. And in a way, he's leading our reaction. This is how you're supposed to behave to this. You're supposed to be flustered by the madman. You're supposed to look up to the hero. You're supposed to fear the villain. You're supposed to be in awe of the giant. All of those things. Gene would convey those things subtly, without being in the way, without being in the front.
This time will not forget. I'm talking about the
Sorry.
former
This is the one.
champion of the world, Macho Man Randy Savage.
We're just hopping into some of the faves.
Nothing means nothing. What do you mean by that?
Look at him trying to, he's investigating.
Yeah.
He's investigating. We can talk over the Randy Savage part.
Yeah.
Just focus on the Gene part. Look at him. He looks at the camera like, I don't know what's going on here. That he never looks at the camera except right there. He's following the cream because that's obviously important. He's looking down at it. Why? Because that's what he's talking about. He's trying to understand. He's trying to make sense of the madness so he can explain it to the people.
Let me point to the president of the World Wrestling Federation, the Macho Man.
Speaking of dudes, Jack Tunney.
Yeah.
Was he a real person? I think he was, and that makes me sad. I wish it was fake.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm trying to interject. I'm trying to get some news out of you here, sir.
The cream with a crop.
Wait a minute, though, Randy. I've got to ask you very seriously. Do you blame Mr. Jack Tunney, the distinguished president of the World Wrestling Federation,
Distinguished.
for Ricky Steamboat being the Intercontinental Champion today?
Oh,
Outside interference, yeah. Let's direct him in the. He's going mad. Let's put him back on track here.
and that was Gene's job.
Yeah.
Because Gene wasn't just a passive participant in that. His job was to get the story told.
Yeah.
Now, those guys were amazing. And they
When-
could have got there.
Yeah.
But you can meander on your own. But when you have the direction, it cuts it. It gives bullet points for people to follow along this goddamn madness. I keep using madness. It's the most appropriate word for
Yeah.
it.
Right.
And I'm talking to everyone in the World Wrestling Federation. And I'm even talking
Now look at him, keeping the mic on there.
President Jack Tunney, yeah.
Because that was his thing.
Savage spun around and
He's gonna stop me.
Without
Just out of
obscuring.
curiosity, Randy, and I certainly don't want to diminish your tremendous God-given talents, but I'm very curious. I haven't seen Elizabeth lately.
She's on the outside of the ring.
Here's the other story point.
Nothing
let's get him back.
pure.
Let's get this one last thing out of you.
I've been maligned from the top
Mm-hmm.
to the bottom. And 'cause I can't
None of that means anything.
Oh.
savage, the cream of the crop. Nobody does it better.
None of that meant anything. Every single thing that Randy Savage said there, none of it meant a damn thing. But Gene gave the story beats, and that was the point. Hey, you're no longer the champion. Hey, whose fault is it? Is it yours? Are you taking responsibility for your loss? No. Where's Elizabeth? Boom. 3 story points.
Yep. Nobody does that anymore. We'll never have another Gene.
Well,
I mean, now the product's moved away from.
It's a different
that
thing now
specifically, yeah.
because you have your story segments, you have your vignettes, you have your backstage interactions, which is different and a wonderful medium in and of itself. But in this day and time, you didn't have time for all those skits. You're not shooting digitally at
Yeah.
this point. It's high-end production and very friggin' expensive. So if you're doing something, if you're doing a produced piece, it's going to take a while.
Francisco
Oh,
Bay
and
at the Cow Palace
look at this.
on Saturday night.
When,
5
where,
p.m. start.
and he's going to give you a why.
Ladies and gentlemen, a superb World Wrestling Federation card. So much happening these days in the World Wrestling Federation. Bad News Brown
Selling.
will make his initial appearance at the Cow Palace on
Look at that. Look at that. He's making a Bad News Brown appearance a big deal. It's going to be amazing.
Love to see the midgets in tag action.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Coco Beware and Hercules ravishing Rick Rude to meet Ricky, the Dragon Steamboat.
Underrated, the cameraman from the 80s.
Yeah.
He is Hulk Hogan.
Hogan walks into frame.
Takes over frame.
Hulkster, come on in. A lot of people here in the Bay Area talking to me about you. They want to know
It's not the best looking back.
Teaming up with Hacksaw Jim
What's that even mean?
here on the
I don't know.
Virgil,
No.
Inventor, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Look, and look, Gene's working his way to get into frame as best he can.
Being the largest back in the world means,
All right.
you know what makes this different than any other back in the world, Jack?
I don't know for sure.
I,
I've never been pinned for a 3-count, man. On February 5th, the whole world saw the plastic surgery on the referee. The whole world saw that the referee was paid off.
Jesus Christ.
The world title is held in limbo. Doesn't mean
Who's Limbo?
I'm no different
Sorry.
than I was before, man.
You know who we need to get, though.
Yes.
There's one more after this.
Now look, that was Savage with Gene, and Hogan with Gene. And why were they amazing? And again, right there, Gene gives them a focus point. They don't have to talk to the people. They don't have to talk to a crowd that may or may not react. They've got Gene there to talk to.
Yep.
Gene had his own name. God damn, Flair looked old there.
Woo. Yeah. This is probably 99,
Good Christ.
98, 99. Oh, this is like a compilation. But probably my favorite. Oh, you know what? I forgot I queued this one up too. This is you mentioned Heenan earlier.
Uh-huh.
And I was curious if there was
How masterful this garbage can be?
Yeah.
In the coliseums, the arenas, the auditoriums around the World Wrestling Federation, they persist.
Because all Heenan needs is a straight man.
Because guys like you keep bringing it up. I get a letter
It's your
the other
fault.
day.
Dear Mr. Weasel, is that?
No, it didn't start like
I
that.
saw one was like that.
Yeah, it was probably in your handwriting. The letter started out, Dear Mr. Heenan.
Looks
I hear
upset, but
You've weaseled out of deals. I heard you've weaseled out of matches. I heard you've done things behind people's back. Signed, Nana Nicolosi from the Nicolosi family. Now, no.
You're
And I
kidding.
got a letter
Nana?
like that because she's the grandmother, the way her handwriting was of the whole family, and she's in charge of everybody, and she's the boss of the clan. Well, now I'm going to be getting letters from other people, I understand. Well, I don't want any letters. I want to get at ringside and
Hey.
watch John Studd.
Oh, I guess he can't steal my
whatever
bit
his
if it's
opponent may
30,
be.
Well, it's
40
gotta be
years
Rocky
ago.
Yeah, right.
Johnson.
That's right.
Hey.
Rocky
I
Johnson.
didn't
Don't
mean to
send
interrupt again.
don't send
Don't.
any letters.
By now.
Don't do it. I don't want to hear it.
Rocky
I don't want to
Johnson.
see it. La, 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 la.
Has
Let me plug my
opportunity to pick
headphones.
up
Don't send Nathan any
$15,000,
letters.
and all he has to do is pick up
P.O.
John
box.
Studd
I
and
would be
slam him.
fucking
That's all you
terrified
gotta do, Mr.
if a
Johnson.
letter came
You got big
from
arms, you
anybody.
got a big chest.
Don't do
you
it.
have no brains.
For
you
real.
have no
I'm
wrestling
literally
ability.
pleading with
Some
you.
people think you do, but I don't. But it's gonna be my
You can send a
pleasure
letter to
to watch
wrestlepals@gmail.com.
And look at
Send
Gene
Nate
there
a letter.
looking away.
And
He's
then we're going
frustrated.
on to bigger and better things. And I want to issue a challenge right now to Hulk Hogan.
He keeps the mic in front of Heenan and says, excuse me, like he can't get in. But he could just pull the mic. But he doesn't. Beautiful.
Oh. All right, and possibly one of my favorite things to ever happen.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Oh, come on.
That's right. Look at those. Those are waffles. Hot damn, Ego. What's up?
Lego.
Lego.
Talk about some serious
How
contenders.
about hypnosis? Let's get thrown.
Psychosis?
Whatever. He's a great wrestler. You know, you can say what you want. You can try to tear these guys down and take them
Tell
down.
me.
He's a great
Psychosis
wrestler.
has also
He's a
been
high flyer of the highest
Yes, but
magnitude.
he's
This
still
guy's
Of the
a
highest
cruiserweight.
magnitude.
Let's get
Okay, how about Dean Malenko? I was going to give him a title shot. He was the big man. Wanted to
Those would
injure
all
me.
be great
Hey,
matches,
come
by the
injure me
way.
Now, you little punk. He's sitting at home
You
with some
punk.
kind of hokey injury. This is a real injury, Dean Malenko.
Dean
This
Malenko.
is like groin pull the likes you've never seen in your whole life.
I don't want to
Right
see
now
that.
is nursing a very bad sprained ankle.
This
And as
really
far as that
seriously
groin
might be my
pull,
favorite
you know,
Mean Gene
people that
segment.
compete in football and basketball. A lot of champions have to play hurt.
Oh yeah, so you're what are you saying? I won't play hurt? I'll play hurt. I'm gonna play.
I
hurt
like that
tonight,
he's like
and I'm gonna
upset at
take
the
this,
people
Booker
because
T.
Gene's relaying the message of the
Exactly
people.
what I said a minute ago. He doesn't deserve a title shot. And Ric
You don't
Flair,
think
you
of
go
Bret
ahead
Hart
and
as,
bring
like,
up your
super
grudge.
promo
You got
dude,
some
but
kind
this
of
is good
grudge on me.
stuff.
Yeah.
You can try to force me into situations. You're gonna put me
Force feed
in
to
a title match
situations.
with whomever you
Never
want,
mind.
whenever you want. That's fine, Ric Flair. That's fine, because you know why you're jealous of me? It's because I beat you. I beat you the day I came in, and I beat you every time I ever stepped in the ring with you, and you
Hot
just
there,
got
Justin?
a grudge against
Little
me.
bit.
That's all.
Make no mistake about it. On February
right?
the 21st
Am I right?
in Oakland,
Yeah, I'm right.
you're going to be facing somebody, and that U.S. title will be on the line, Mr. Hart.
Whatever.
Thank you very much.
Whatever.
Tony, a man that's not too happy at least
Wait a
about
second.
defending the United States title, Bret the Hitman Hart. Back to you, my
How
friend.
did you skip the greatest part?
How did it get skipped? But didn't we? Oh, I guess we didn't start from the beginning.
No, you were halfway through.
Wrestling, I've said
This
on
is some
fan
garbage.
side that
He needs to go back for this because he
Yes,
needs
this is the most important part.
this. Gene is finding out the information for the people, by the way.
Nature Boy Ric Flair as president of WCW.
Look at him. He's conveying the story.
United States title defense for Bret the Hitman Hart. That's coming up on February the 21st at Super Brawl. Tonight, however, in a non-title bout, you've got Booker T. You've got a full plate here, I must say.
You know, I don't know what Ric Flair's problem is. I've always been a jam-up guy. I've always been a
Jam-up
guy
guy.
that's never
It's the
ducked
best.
anything, anybody, anytime, anywhere. Now, Ric Flair,
Who?
this is a case of a guy that's carrying around a grudge.
And Justin
He's had a
loves
grudge
Bret
against
Hart,
me
too.
since I've come here, and
So he
faith,
found
that's
this.
fine. He wants to throw me in a ring
100
tonight
years
with
ago.
Booker T. Who is Booker T? Who is this guy to even have a match with me, let alone a non-title match? Because he's a loser. He's not going
Jesus
to get a
Christ.
title shot. You can forget about that.
Well, he is
I-
not a loser, you know
He's
that,
a
Bret.
loser.
He is not a loser.
I
Now, Booker T,
yes.
I want to ask you a question. Have
Oh.
you got the guts to step in the ring with the excellence of execution tonight? Do you know that your life is on the line? Your career is on the line. All the
I
little
hated
kids at home are gonna
WCW
watch
Bret
me
Hart.
tear you up and break you in little
And-
pieces. Is that what you want? I'm sure that's what Ric Flair wants.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about Booker T. This man has held numerous titles in World Championship Wrestling.
Sold?
And there's a guy that we would be deserving of a chance at your United States title.
Let me tell you about who deserves a shot at the United States heavyweight
Let's hear
champion. I'm the champion. I ought to know. I've been sizing up guys since
Good
I
zoom
came
in.
to WCW. And I think the one guy that stands out the most, the guy that I think has earned a title shot, El Dandy, I think you're a heck of a wrestler. You're a great technician in the ring, and you're a jam-up
He's right.
guy. I don't see any reason.
Wait a
Justin,
minute.
are you a jam-
El Dandy has been wrestling in the cruiserweight division here. Please.
He's a great wrestler.
He's a great wrestler, but my goodness sakes, there's
I
50
don't,
pounds
who are
difference.
you to doubt El Dandy? Because this guy's a serious professional.
Well, let's talk about some
guy's
serious
a
How
serious
about
professional.
hypnosis? Let's get thrown.
psychosis.
Oh God,
Who are you to doubt Justin?
that's a good question.
He's a
Why
real-
would anyone?
He's a real jam-up guy. God damn it, Justin. But in that, Gene is the voice of the everyman. And we don't so much get that these days. Everybody there's color, there's play-by-play, and then there's some context added in. But nobody gets to be really the voice of the people, finding out the information that the people want to know, because everything's kind of explained. I don't know. Were they more force feeding us then or now? Now I feel they take more direction over the story, as opposed to then where it was like bullet point, bullet point, bullet point, and you fill in. It's almost like wrestling in the 80s and early 90s was reading the book, and now today is watching the movie. Sure, it's a higher production,
Yeah.
but man, when you get to fill in the blanks of nobody's directly saying, "Oh, look at Bret Hart weaseling out of garbage there," but there's Gene going, "Hey, this just isn't quite right," and what is this?
I mean, it helps define a good and bad guy.
But yeah, and Gene doesn't say, "Hey, you're dodging," directly.
Right.
He sells the frustration of, "I'm trying to figure this out. Oh my goodness, I leave it to you, people of Earth. You tell me. This is for you to think." And he never put out there exactly what you're supposed to be thinking. But he would guide you to it, and he would get you to where you needed to go. Like you said, you definitely know who was the good guy, who was the bad guy. Everything was clearly defined. He gave you the bullet points. He gave you the reasons why. He let the crazy men do the crazy things, reined them back in when necessary, and pointed them in the direction they had to go. Now, Bret was leading a lot of that. Bret did a very fantastic job. But those weird meandering promos of 100 years ago, who the hell else is going to rein in Warrior going bananas? Who? Okay, please don't. That's fine. Let's not. Oh, but God, Gene was
Hogan.
God damn it. Or literally anybody from the 80s. If you left them to their own devices, would they have been as good?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Some would have been fine. But man, nothing feels worse. It's okay.
What?
There's nothing worse than when somebody's doing a promo, they're by themselves, and they weirdly lose that little bit of direction.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me.
What the hell is that? He just wants a man to look at him. Meanwhile, Gene's telling you it's happening here. It's happening. It's happening at this time. Here's where it's happening.
But that's the reason we need somebody like that, because nobody does that anymore. Nobody gives us the who, the what, the when, the where, the why.
I mean,
which is
odd
promo
because
101.
because they yeah, exactly. But I feel like they sell the shows more now than they ever have.
That's because they put it on commentary.
But they put it in our face instead of letting us get there on our own.
Yeah.
I'd love a little bit more of just letting the viewer be the arbiter. You steer
Nathan,
it.
January 27th at the Royal Rumble.
What?
In Phoenix.
Okay. Is that where it's at?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know that
Outdoors.
now. Because oh my God, really?
Yeah. Rumble's about to make that leap, man.
Think?
Yeah. I think they're making the big four like bigger than the rest.
I'm okay with that.
Mania, obviously.
Mania is what it's going to be. It's not. Is it going to be bigger?
Can't be.
Pretty goddamn hard to be, right?
Yeah.
I think it's getting bigger by flushing out the week, and they're not even relying on themselves to have to do that.
Yeah.
It's become that giant week of wrestling. Why? Because WrestleMania is right in the middle of all of it.
And then SummerSlam was in LA for all those years, and then Brooklyn, and then wherever it's going to be next year.
SummerSlam's fun, but SummerSlam never has quite that. I wish there was. It's the junior partner to WrestleMania. It's the card for the sake of card, big over the top thing. But man, Rumble gimmick, dude.
Well, then Survivor Series this year was
not as
Los
much
Angeles.
Gimmick. Not as much as gimmick, but
I just mean like
it's
what
pushed.
What they're making it.
Yeah,
making it Big Four again.
I like it.
Yeah, me too.
But Gene, man,
we need somebody like because Heyman does it. Heyman's the only person who does it.
He makes everybody around him more important. He doesn't denigrate himself to do it. He's amazing.
Renee had that ability, but she never did that. Well, the one thing that Gene always did that none of the backstage people do. Like, it's always looking away, like, dejectedly, or if it's a good guy, it's, like, nodding approvingly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they all have that like, directive now of the camera isn't there.
Yeah.
Who are you playing to? Gene played right to us. And in those promos, you saw, they're answering to the camera. Unless they have to put Gene down, at which point they're not putting Gene down. They're belittling someone else in front of that audience. That audience was engaged. They would engage it. It's like the difference between like a stage actor engaging an audience versus what we have now, which is movie actors who are like, we're putting on a show here.
I can understand, like, when people are doing promos, like, not, ignoring the camera, But if you're doing a backstage promo, like a one-on-one with a backstage interviewer,
you're being interviewed
in front of a camera. Like, who the fuck else are you talking to?
I don't know how they don't do that. And, when they do acknowledge it, it's a big deal.
Let's take it back to ringside with Michael Cole. Like, just something that simple. You take it, Michael Cole. There we go. Hey, what do you think about that, Michael Cole? Hey, guys.
And that's the news over there. Thank you. Are you trying to pull your mic?
Yeah.
That thing's in.
It's in there good.
I wedged it in there good, sir.
Okay. It's not
I made
going
sure
anywhere.
to tighten it up because I didn't want to flop it on you there. Hold on.
What? Jesus. What did you do?
Oversold because I'm happy.
All right.
You want this? Here. I can't talk because the mic's not I got things to say. Huh?
Nathan, Norm McDonald here backstage. They're talking. We got Guy Wrestleman here. Guy Wrestleman. The big event here coming up January 27th. Royal Rumble.
Talking off the thing because you can talk off the thing. That's a tool they could use back then. They're not selling
Phoenix, Arizona.
promoting
Bank One Ballpark, you know.
What? Oh. Why?
What are you gonna do there if you're number 15 there?
15. I'm probably gonna. It's not gonna go well, sir.
Yeah, there you have it from Guy Russellman there. Back to you, Michael Cole.
Like a goddamn man. Okay,
I mean,
that's enough.
You know, it's just that simple. Even Norm Macdonald can do it.
Probably gonna lose. Not gonna go well. How many are there? That's a lot of dudes. We're all getting paid.
See, I got stuck with Guy because he was the number one entrant.
Huh?
And
wait, hold on. What?
The goal in
Oh.
2K18, the goal was to eliminate 10 people and win the Rumble from the number one spot. Nah.
Guy Russellman just ain't up to it.
No, I couldn't do it.
Like, how long is that coffee enema gonna hold? You know?
I know, right? It's spilling everywhere.
Like, he'll give you 20 minutes, and it'll be a hell of a show. Once 22 rolls around, he's gonna need a little downtime.
Let him roll outside the ring.
Give him a rest hold near a bucket. Just saying, man.
So
Nobody.
all this
Search for Guy Russellman. Guy Russellman. Russellman's his last name.
on the Spotify machine.
Might sound familiar. In a way, it might sound familiar.
All this to say, we'll miss you, Gene. There's never going to be another one.
Is one of the most subtlest of art forms.
Yeah,
and it was good. And he was. I know you did the sell away. He's the only guy that I remember making that transition from WWE to WCW and not feeling like he had dirt on him.
Heenan.
No, I felt like he
towards
was
the end. Heenan was like, "Ugh."
I felt like everybody else that went over there felt lesser to me as a child watching it, and as a young adult watching it. Gene is the only one who's like, nope, credible, no matter where the hell he was, and it was just I don't know what it was. I mean, I didn't see the AWA before he came to WWF, because all I thought was he's at WWF. But then as soon as he made that transition to WCW, he felt just as legitimate, just as credible there.
Yep.
And he did that seamlessly without taking away from anybody else around him.
Rest in
Amazing.
peace, Mean Gene Okerlund.
Yeah.
You will be sorely missed. You may have noticed behind us, we have Tony Storm's logo. Yeah, you see it? I painted it on the wall. I hope that's okay. Is that all right?
I didn't use my real name on the least. It's fine.
Okay, cool. So, first of all, what is it? Hashtag we support Tony.
Oh, yeah.
She has deleted all of her social media.
Ah, for God's sake. What's the story, Justin?
So, Ellie came
don't
up with
wanna
this
get-
earlier, and I want to elaborate on this. The Ghouls aren't going to win this year, man. We're going on Ghoul Patrol. We're going to take the Ghouls out because
I'm glad you like that.
I'm tired of this, man. Like, every couple years, sometimes more than once a year, we'll use the term the fappening happens.
Yeah.
And it's happened again, and this time it includes leaked stuff of Tony Storm.
Oh, is it like a bunch of stuff coming out right now?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of it.
All I've
I'm
heard
not
is the
gonna go-
Tony Storm. Yeah.
So first of all, she deletes all her social media because it's gone next level, Nathan. Before it wasn't cool. People, just
People would post it, share it around, say
Right.
that it exists, perpetuate it, and try to get it out there.
These page leaks. Oh, here's page nudes and page tapes and whatever.
Yeah.
They were directly tagging Tony Storm in these photos that got leaked and videos that got leaked. Which it's ghoulish enough just to share it, go seeking it out and share it, but to now directly tag her in something that was stolen from her. How ghoulish do you have to be?
What's the end game? What's the point?
That's what I don't understand.
Like even try to get in the mind of being the worst person you can. I mean, that's okay. I think you found the direction. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that to provide the direction there, but think of like the worst possible person's motivations. Why do that? And I think you stumbled upon it there. Is it just a weird? Is it a weird like sexual dominance thing?
Yeah,
like
I think so.
Here you're not acknowledging it, but I can put it in your face that
I know this
using images of you.
I think it's probably part of that.
It's a weird a weird sexual abuse.
Oh yeah, that's abusive. That is absolutely abusive.
Can there be any other? Because it's not like they're informing her.
No.
I'm pretty sure she knows.
I would guess that the only other thing is that maybe they think that there's an outside shot because these exist. Oh, she must be a slut. It is known.
Okay, I'm gonna say I have to refuse to believe that, but I know it's true. I know it's true, but I have to refuse to believe that. It's almost like I've always wanted to know what that rationale is, and man, I the only credible one I can think of is that one that was just stumbled upon there. It's just a weird sexual dominance.
Mm-hmm.
It's asserting over somebody's will.
It's just, again, the fact that you sought it out, which
cool, man.
Okay, but now you've shared it, which
you've
gross.
Perpetuated it.
Gross. You've now shared somebody's private moment.
You've continued the abuse. You've perpetuated and continued an abuse of someone's invasion of privacy.
Mm-hmm.
And then
you're tagging them.
Now you're actively doing it yourself. You're actively abusing them yourself.
She deleted her social media. Whatever social media is, what I mean?
It's an amazing tool for those people that have
absolutely.
You're living and dying on personality, man.
Mm-hmm.
Your ability is one thing, but your personality it's not your, hey, that person that does the thing. No, your name carries weight. Your persona carries weight. Who you are and who you present yourself to be is who you are and how you make your money, man.
Yeah.
And to have somebody who's a nobody come along and just victimize it in the most visceral and private way possible, cutting right to the very core of an individual, not the character, the individual behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to hurt you for my own sexual gratification. Dude.
It's effed up. It's ghoulish. It's sick.
Yeah. Online's bad.
I can't get behind that. Like, I don't.
Well, of course you don't get behind it, but I've never had an understanding of it until like just now, because we didn't pre-do this conversation specifically because of this, so we could kind of explore the mindset of these awful individuals. Not that we want to, but it's like part of me. Whenever I see something awful, I want to understand the why behind it. Where did your head go that that's what you needed to do? And that's what it is, man. You're mentally victimizing somebody.
Do we as men, who I try to not be, I know that I have ghoulish capability. I know that it happens occasionally.
Yeah.
Most of the time by accident, thankfully.
Okay.
Sometimes it's in the phrasing, and I seriously most of the time I'm not putting it out to be ghoulish.
You're purposefully trying to not even have the illusion of an impropriety.
Right. But again, I try not to be. I'm not so foolish to think that I'm not ghoulish ever.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take much to try.
Well,
it really does not take much to try to not do that.
The vast majority of people online are looking for some sort of reaction, and the easiest way they have to get a reaction is to be as viscerally awful as possible. And that's exactly what they do, because you never see a long, typed-out, well-thought-out, constructed, artful creation. No, it's always pretty much. You're paraphrasing slightly, but only slightly. It's usually a couple words, a tag. You can get the whole tag out, but you can't communicate effectively or, actually engage, because they're not looking to engage. They're looking to victimize. Please stop. It's almost like that should be the mantra of it. Please stop victimizing this individual. Could you not?
Yeah.
Could you effing not? Almost too much. Please stop victimizing this individual. Please stop victimizing people.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is, man. Maybe they don't see it as that. Maybe it's just like, hey, I'm getting some enjoyment. Look at me getting some enjoyment to you. It's not enjoyment for them. You're victimizing them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder if there's some weird, like, I'm actually being
endearing in some way.
Yeah, like this is nice. You should appreciate this.
You should enjoy the fact that I'm doing this.
Ugh.
Do you think? Oh God, that mindset has to exist, right?
It
has to be out there, just in the way they present themselves. Again, I like to understand, even if it's whacked out and weird, man, I want to know the why behind somebody's actions so that I can deal with it accordingly going forward. It's like, okay, I don't need to deal with this person. Or knowing that addressing somebody that has that mindset isn't going to have any effect and it's not worth my time. Not that it's not worth my time, but my reaction is going to be different to that.
Mm-hmm.
There's someone that's like, all right, cool. I'm sorry, like elderly racist people?
Yeah.
You're not going to change their mind. So my policy is enjoy that. You'll be dead soon. Yeah, bye. Cool. I'm really glad you're here as an example to the next generation of how awful an individual can be and how we should be better. And everybody thinks this generation is the worst ever. No. It's working on getting better and trying to evolve, and being aware of awful things makes people better. Guess what? You're awful. Thanks. Thank you for your service, I guess. So part of me wants to say, how do we use the ghouls to make things better?
Call them out.
Point out that behavior.
I've taken to just the ghouls GIF. Just replying with that. When you're being ghoulish, I'm gonna call you a ghoul, whether you know what the fuck that means or not. I don't give a shit.
It doesn't matter.
It's now been brought to other people's attention that you're a ghoul.
Can that catch on? Can we get a unified front of how to approach and depose
the ghouls?
I mean, because again, they're not king of anything.
Nah.
They're not powerful. They're not empowered. They're not building anything. They're not creating.
They're tearing.
They're not contributing in any way. They're literally reaching up and trying to scratch down.
And you think about
how can we use that for good? How can we make that an example to others?
You think about specifically in Toni Storm's case, you're literally taking money out of her pocket. You are literally taking money out of her pocket, because if she can't promote herself online, which is where all the shit happens,
I
mean, she becomes less of a draw. Possibly. I hope not. She's a tremendous ability. She's got huge visibility right now. And a tremendous amount of support, which is great. Even though she's deleted her her social, people are showing their support for her. But you're literally taking money out of her pocket. Because what if WWE gets wind of this? Now, I tend to think...
I mean, we've seen that in the past. I mean...
I tend to think that they're going to side with her. They're going to hopefully let it die down, especially since she deleted her social media. Hopefully it dies down and goes away. You saw... Like, that's what happened with Paige. It kind of just went away. Charlotte, it just kind of went away. Because, again, they've done nothing wrong here. She did nothing wrong. What she does with her cell phone that's her business. She did nothing wrong.
Right. I'm glad to see. It's no guarantee of past performances, no guarantee of future. I'm quoting investment firm shit.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see that with the Charlotte thing. I'm glad to see that with the especially the Paige thing. That's where the victimization would usually end, is with the company going, "Hey, that's too controversial of a thing. You gotta go. We can't associate with you. I'm sorry."
Yeah.
And it's odd to know where those lines go, because, I mean, I guess I know I made that noise again. Because I remember, well, you know what, that's a different situation. That's a topic for another time. We'll discuss more into that later if possible. But it used to be that would be enough to tear a person down.
Yep.
Or it used to be, I mean, I guess we kind of see that even in like the political world, like coming through the 90s and into the beginning of the 2000s. Like any sort of sexual fiasco in the past, there was a time when it was completely covered up and something you don't talk about, and then it became something that would instantly destroy any career ever. And now it's evolved to a point where it's like, I don't care. Yeah, I'm here for political reasons, not for whatever. So you're kind of the monster. So are we? Is that a level of good progression, where we're not like, because there was a time where it's like, what? My congressman is a homosexual? Well, I can't vote for him.
Yeah.
But now I feel like cool, good for him and his husband. Sweet. My taxes are down and I like my place. What's up? And I feel it doesn't have as much of a bearing anymore. In a different situation, but is there room for that in this situation for it to evolve and become a thing where it's like, cool, you stole and perpetuated a leak of her nude photos. What else, man? That really sucks for her, and you're a dick for putting it out there.
Mm-hmm.
And we like her, and yeah, they exist. Cool. Do we get to a point where either A, the material itself isn't that big a deal, and we don't even react to it? Then we're not there yet, because it's still a remarkable invasion of privacy, and I can't even imagine what the individual that's having to deal with that going out there.
Somebody tagging pictures of her.
Well, I mean, just internally.
Yeah,
before
somebody
you even
stole my shit.
Before you even get to the externals of awful individuals seeing somebody in a weak position and attacking for their own sexual gratification. Before we even get to that, I'm using hands again. Put them down. Before we even get to that, what goes on in the individual's head of, oh my God, I'm being exposed at the most base level of human existence.
Yeah.
Here I am, but do we get to a point where that is? I don't want to say that it's not a big deal, because it shall and should always be a big deal. But we live in an era where it's not as big a deal as it used to be.
Like what she did?
Not that what she did, but
that
how
somebody stole her shit.
How others react to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's always going to be an invasion of privacy. You can't even understand or go into how the individual feels. And a-holes are always going to be a-holes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pointing at the a-hole neighbors. What's up? But how does the general populace react to it? Because I heard about the leak, and my reaction was, that sucks.
Yeah. Well, again, my thought is
that better?
Somebody stole her shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mad that somebody stole her shit.
Yeah.
Not that the photos exist.
I don't know. It's one of those things that I think...
Because that's the generation we live in. Like, nude selfies are a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
And thank you, by the way. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry.
What does that mean? Those are a thing. And anybody pretty much younger than us, just about everybody younger than us, probably has them.
Yeah, well, all right.
I wasn't trying to make it... I was trying to keep that vague.
Nobody wants this.
Because of the implication.
Very good. And bringing out an oldie there. What's up? But
Ellie says Triple H is on a witch hunt from what she's heard. They're siding with her.
Very good.
Yeah.
Hey, man, if anybody can go ghoul hunting, there you go.
Who's going ghoul hunting? We's going ghoul hunting.
All right. I feel like a situation like this has a unique opportunity to unite people that wouldn't normally side together.
Yeah.
Now, I hear you. Paraphrasing an Insane Clown Posse song.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I know this. I dabbled.
It's a pretty big hit.
Yeah, it was. See, disparate communities come together and be like, nah.
You know what's funny?
Let's not be an a-hole to this person.
Juggalos are kind of good people. Like, they're dickheads.
Literally everyone I've met have been like, you're a questionable individual, but your motives are not that ill-placed. You don't understand these words.
Way to make
That's
it
okay.
weird. Good job.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
Yeah, I was trying to, keep it away from there.
I was in downtown.
Because of the implication.
I was in downtown Norfolk one time, passing by. I was parking in a parking garage as a Insane Clown Posse concert was getting out. I was going, and they were being rowdy in the parking lot,
Absolutely.
being very loud.
A lot of Faygo, I'm sure.
There was, and that was the point I was making. A lot of it sprayed everywhere, shaking it, spraying each other,
best.
and everything.
Faygo showers rule.
And then you know what happened?
What?
They picked up all the bottles and they cleaned up after themselves. And I was like, well, you know what? Fair play to the jugglets, the
Juggalos.
Yeah, I know.
Because the honky tonk man said so, Juggalos.
Oh God, I hope that disparate, awful communities can come together to be awful to the worst of people.
Yeah.
If it can bring bad people together to do good stuff, I hope something good comes out of that.
And the good news is, like I said, it seems that people are coming out of the woodworks to support Tony in this. And, if nothing else, her name's still going to be out there as far as,
I don't think it affects her career or her image
hope not.
professionally, but at the same time, that is a giant weight to have to deal with. If you have to deal with it personally and professionally, it's enough to crush an individual. And we've seen people go away forever because of that.
That's what I'm worried about. Is I saw somewhere, and obviously, again, she's deleted everything, so there's no way to really know.
And we'll get to that, what that means for an individual in this.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But I saw somebody saying that she may step away from wrestling,
For Christ's sake.
which would be awful. Thanks to you, jerks, you ghouls, we may lose a gem like Tony Storm. You just robbed from the world. Like, that's awful.
And again, I think part of their motivation is like, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Good for me. I destroyed a career
That's awful.
with my sexual dominance.
That is awful. Like, who?
It is.
Who wants to be that? It's
It is,
2019,
but
man.
I
Who
have
wants
to-
to be that?
I hope less and less, but we live in a world that's more connected where you're more exposed to those people. I think there's less. It's going to sound weird because you think everything you always see is going to be everything's the worst it's ever been, and it's only getting worse from here. Oh my God, it's terrible, right? I think there's probably less bad people in the world than there used to be, like in the Old West when people would just run around. And, besides,
Get out the damn way!
moron. I think there's less bad people percentage-wise. I think we're just more exposed to them, and they have more access to literally everyone and everything. So, continue the fight, man.
Yeah.
Bring that percentage down. It's never going to be zero, but goddamn, we can get it close.
We can. We'll start smoking the ghouls out and put them to bed. Chris Witt says he has a Hatchman tattoo, just so you know.
All right.
You needed to know this.
I got to pick him out of a lineup. And there he is. I got it. No, that one's holding a cleaver. That's not the...
Running with a meat cleaver. Go. Ellie Cramp says, yeah, she's gone ghost, knows where she is currently.
Wow.
It's BS. I want to beat somebody up. Let's go beat somebody up. Yeah. Hey, mister.
You ever been in an actual fight?
Been a long time. I got in a bar fight once.
It's been a long time.
And then I remember I flattened a dude's face in like 8th grade.
Yeah.
Like I punched him and he was like, my face fell flat. It's like,
Did
cool.
you literally say that?
Yeah.
Like one hit and it was done?
Yeah.
The best part of the fight is getting that first hit and going, that wasn't so bad. This is going to be fun. It's the best. Been a long time. Far too old for that. Will get injured now. But there
I
was a
don't care.
time and a couple instances where I was like, this is the fucking best. What up, yo?
Triple H goes to the house of everyone that shares it and pedigrees them in their doorstep. Ooh.
On Raw, yes. Yeah. That would make for a good third hour.
Mm-hmm.
Good third hour. Ratings stay up. Yes.
I'm in.
I
like it.
lot of neck teabag in there. It's gonna be all right. It's getting older. It's getting
Robbie
lower.
says he likes Mandy Rose.
He likes, but you don't ghoul it.
Yeah.
You show an appreciation.
I
It's-
love Liv Morgan.
It's. I feel the line is coming back, like back towards a more wholesome thing. Like, oh, she's the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
She's the bee's knees, yo. Without it being, oh yeah, I want to do things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's
And
part,
it being, where's the healthy line? I feel the healthy line is moving back towards more wholesome,
well,
and that's better.
partially because of presentation.
Very much so.
The
An
companies
astute thing. What be astute?
they've presented the women as equals.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it isn't 100% equal yet, but they're being presented as equals, and with that becomes it becomes like, okay, so the joke always was I had this crush on Bailey, right?
Right.
And that's how it started. Was for me, like, it went from being on YWS, it was always yeah, like literally that's what we would do for 20 minutes. Yeah.
And that was, and it was a product of the time, man.
It was. And you saw towards the end where the Give Divas a Chance started happening. Like, when that hashtag started trending, you could tell, like, it made us feel bad that we were doing that. And our behavior started changing, like, immediately.
Interesting.
Because I remember when it trended the first time, the name of that episode was hashtag Give Divas a Chance.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole time it's like, oh, yeah, Bailey, her butt, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I was like, most of the episode, and then the tag was always hashtag give Devious a chance. Really, us realizing, holy hell, we're being ghouls. We need to stop. And literally, it got better.
And it made a
week after week.
difference.
Yeah.
Just the awareness made a difference.
Yeah.
And the little bit of push, like, hey, man, don't.
Well,
And it wasn't even a feel bad thing. It was just a, hey, don't. No.
Well, again, I credit AJ Lee a lot for that because when she took the forefront, when she took the division, she presented it in a different way. Like, I love she has that one promo. It was a pipe bomb, as it were.
Yes.
And she's cutting a promo on the entire division, namely the Total Divas cast. And the tag was something along the lines, I have X amount of followers and not one damn selfie. Proving that it was about her ability and about who she was as a character rather than how she looked. AJ Lee was my wrestling crush.
Right.
But she was good at what she did, and that's why I liked her. It's kind of what I got going on with Liv too, but just saying, like that's so like AJ Lee was that bridge for me to stop being a damn ghoul.
You know what it was for? Well, you know what I just never liked that I was always kind of icked out by the whole presentation, like
Bra and panty matches,
bras and panties matches, and I never got that. It's like, well, are all these dudes in the audience supposed to touch themselves now? Is this what this is? Because this is kind of, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what it is. Yeah. Oh wow. Like, yeah, you saw. Look, hey, they saw a breast. They seem very excited for that. Well, cool. Now what? Seems kind of empty, and I don't feel good about this. You feel good about? You do. You feel okay. All right. And then, I think. I think the turning point was a little bit earlier with me. I loved Molly Holly. Her presentation, I loved it because it was something different. And it was, I don't want to say like clean and pure and whatnot, but it was definitely a vast tonal shift from...
Mighty Molly was clean and pure.
She was. It was. But then they also... But she also got weirdly tainted by that... by being that far from that tone. She was never looked at as like a high level competitor, because I mean, no, this is where the plastic and the makeup go, not the in ring ability. What I mean, that's a novelty. Weird. She like almost functioned as a novelty within the novelty, and now we're in an era where it's not novelty anymore. There's no room for novelty. Novelty won't get you over. Novelty's kind of boring. I don't know.
It's just a couple quick things here.
What's up? What's up?
All right. Robbie says he hopes Roman Reigns gets better. We all do, man.
Yeah, and it sounds... I think it was Seth Rollins was saying something along the lines of, yeah, man, he's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
He's taking care of himself. And look, he's going to get the best possible treatment possible. And he's going to take care of himself as a world-class athlete would.
Yeah.
And, again, access to the best care available.
It's probably going to be a while before we see him.
Oh, of course. But... even if we don't see him as Roman Reigns,
maybe we see Joe.
Yeah, he's got some good life ahead of him yet.
Robbie also says he likes Ronda Rousey better. Everybody's got their faves.
Legit as all get out, man.
Jenny asks, "Am I still allowed to crush on Breezango?" And Chris's answer was, "Only in a non-ghoulish way."
Huh. Well, you know what? It's weird to find where that line is. Again, I talk about it a lot. It's never zero. It's just moving.
Zero.
Because that's part of who they are and how they portray themselves is they're models and they're fashion. They're the goddamn fashion police, for Christ's sake. So, is it permitted and how much is permitted? It's like there's no clear line of like, hey, this is where you be. Just like in real life. It's like, okay, you've gone too far. You never really know it sometimes until you press it and it's like, oh, no. Sorry, excuse me. Excuse me.
Ellie also says jazz was different too during that era.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah. And Ivory as well. I mean,
Ivory, yeah.
I felt like they tried to force Ivory into the mold a little bit. And, Victoria was amazing. But I think she bridged the gap fairly well between the two. It's like, all right, I'll do what I need to do to compete in this division, but also I'm going to compete. And it was great. And it was a fun division. Everybody obsesses on Trita and Lish. Jesus Christ.
Lita
and, the other one. Those two. And they forget about how deep that roster could have been.
Yeah.
But then they were usually relegated to one match, and it was going to be Lita and Trish.
Mm-hmm.
It was going to be Lita and Trish. And if it wasn't Lita and Trish, it was leading into Lita and Trish.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So just a couple quick notes. Firstly, Mandy Rose this week on SmackDown. Did you see this?
what's up?
So she
Heard of, did not see.
She comes out in her Mandy Rose shirt. She's supposed to wrestle Naomi.
Yeah, as in the last pay-per-view, there was a dude wearing a Mandy Rose shirt. He kept getting on screen all the time. I was like, good.
Yeah.
Buy a shirt.
I'm excited for her. It's clear the company's high on her.
Yeah.
New faces are always a plus.
I think they're, at this point, willing to give a... It's like, hey, we've got these dudes here. We got these ladies here. Why not give them some screen time and see what happens?
Yeah.
We're going to get some fantastic... Same thing with Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
Would you give him a chance a month ago? I was like, no, they've relegated him to cruiserweight. I don't know. Maybe he crosses over. He gets a U.S. title shot at someday.
Yeah.
No, he's main eventing with 4 amazing... Besides the point.
Yeah.
You're talking about...
So she comes out, and this story was built on last week on the Christmas episode.
Yeah.
With the mistletoe, she was trying to kiss Jimmy Uso.
Uh-huh.
So this week, she comes out. She's got her shirt on. She takes the shirt off, and it's a day one-ish shirt. Some beautiful mind games. She then rolls out of the ring. Sonya Deville gets in, and she ducks out, and it's Sonya Deville versus Naomi. She learned something from her time with Goldust. A little bit of mind games there.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's beautiful, baby.
Also selling 2 shirts in one segment?
Also, yes.
Sorry, when you could use it as a device, you're selling it.
Yep. That was wonderful. Because then Sonya Deville gets a match with Naomi that's high caliber.
And Naomi's distracted, so she can take a beating without it being because she's lesser.
Mandy Rose gets to be a bad guy. A
Hey,
really good one.
It's fun getting this distinction.
Yeah. And getting to play around a little bit.
And
this was a great segment.
And an odd thing, like, where does this fall? Because you've seen people online compare Mandy Rose to the Divas era. That being said, she's a damn wrestler, right? She's a damn fine wrestler, but she's using the sexuality as part of her character.
Yeah.
Is that empowering in a way, or do you feel it's a weird throwback, or how do you feel about it? Has it been handled well
it's been
so far?
Yeah. Well, because you get Graves, Graves doing the sell on commentary.
By being the bad ghoul.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God, she's so great. Look at her. God's greatest creation. Oh, like getting her over big time in that regard. It's
being weirdly, healthily ghoulish.
Yeah.
Showing that can be a thing.
What they're doing with Mandy is what I was hoping. First of all, is what I was hoping from Eva Marie. She's doing it way better than Eva Marie.
Yeah.
Mostly because she's a better wrestler than
Well, that certainly seems to help.
Yeah. And what I'm hoping eventually happens with Scarlett Bordeaux. I haven't been paying close enough attention. I think Scarlett Bordeaux has like less lockage because Impact is definitely steering that direction. But I like this direction because that makes her stand out. And again, she can use it as a mind game, as a mind play, because that was the mind play. Like during the match, she points to, hey, look, there's this selfie of me in a towel that I sent to your husband. That's awful. That's bad guy stuff, but that's a mind game.
She's using it without... She's not exploiting herself or allowing herself to be exploited. She's using it for her own gains, ill-gotten though they may be. Interesting. It's a fine line to have to tread there, but I mean, it sounds like they've not overstepped yet. And again, it's not that she's trying to steal away the man or anything. Oh, it's all about the man. Here we are. Sorry, don't say it 3 times. She shows up. Don't do that.
We're gonna in a second.
Thankfully, we don't have any mirrors.
Yes.
I can't have them.
Jenny, I feel like it's empowering, but I'd like to see her put Graves in his place for the way he's acting. She can't. She's a bad guy.
She's a bad guy, and he's a bad dude.
Yeah. If she ever becomes a good guy, then she can put him in his place. I get what you're saying.
But then if she's a good guy, then...
she's going to use the way he's acting to her advantage.
Yeah, and it has to.
Has to.
Or he changes accordingly as well.
Yeah.
Depends. I'm sure they'll figure it out. That's how professionals do.
Although that is fun. Set an example and show this is what happens to ghouls versus ghouls get to be announcers. I get what you're saying. I mean, we did have Lawler forever. Lawler is the ghoulest of all the ghouls.
But again, that was part of the presentation. How old's this wife?
Good. I mean, at least he's still with her. I think. Robbie says, I like Becky Lynch. I like her t-shirt. The man was in a segment with John Cena this week.
All right. Here we go.
This was great.
Yes.
This was my favorite part of SmackDown.
Which part? Cena's hair?
I like that he pointed it out that it's not great.
Hey, man. It's a wonderful thing. This is my secret to every dumb thing you've ever seen me on. I'm awful, but I'm the first one to tell you. If you're bad, you got to be the first one to say it, because then you can own it, and you can be like, yeah, we can all hate me together. Come on around. Look how terrible this is. I'm dancing.
He's dancing.
I'm dancing. I don't know how that works.
My
feet never moved.
So,
he owns it.
Tremendous segment. John Cena comes out. Here's what's going to happen. Somebody's going to come out. They're going to run their mouths about how I'm a Hollywood actor, blah, blah, blah. Same old, same old. So let's hit their music. And it's Becky Lynch's music. And the man comes to town and puts John Cena in his place. I love it.
Never stop running her mouth. And you keep thinking, what barrier is her mouth going to run up against that it's not going to be able to surmount?
This was huge for her.
Obviously, they must have played up that she's fawning over him and she wants him to be her boyfriend.
Nah, man. No, she wants to take his place. She said as much. She's like, if I have to come through you, then that's what's going to happen. Beautiful, baby.
What was it that she said? Something about Bella dropping him?
Yeah.
What was the line?
If you don't get out of my way, then Nikki Bella won't be the only woman to drop you.
God damn.
That's a better way to do the Nikki Bella joke that everybody's been doing to him.
Now, the thing is, she doesn't have to back it up, but you have to believe that she can back it up. And I don't know, man. I got a feeling she
did throw him out of the ring.
She believes she can knock him the hell out.
She threw him out of the ring.
She did throw him out of the ring.
That was the best.
See the hair flying everywhere.
So
it's the best, worst I've ever seen.
This is why this segment was so great. There is one glaring weakness, and I'm nitpicking because I felt like it could have been bigger. But here's Zelina Vega and Andrade Almas. More mic time for Zelina Vega is never a bad thing.
Right.
She is terrific. She comes out and she's, again, run that mouth. Hey, you guys are two of the hottest things going, so, like, we're better. Essentially.
Simple, easy, not hard to understand.
No. And, Cena's like, you know what? I'm John Cena, so... Oh. Zelina Vega, you may not know me. I'm Andrade Almas's business manager, blah, blah, blah. And John Cena's retort, hi, I'm John Cena. You might know me from being John Cena.
Jesus Christ.
It's great. That was wonderful.
But they're having fun, Maggle.
Yeah.
They're having
and
fun.
he goes, let's have a match.
What?
I'll tag with the man. You two can wrestles us. Starts off wonderfully. Almas is trying to be in the ring. Becky Lynch won't get out.
It's adorable
Mm-hmm.
and dominant all in the same way. The same moment.
Here's where I think they dropped the ball. I don't want to say they dropped the ball. This was still a magical segment.
You addressed it as nitpicking?
Yes.
The fact that you're picking nits at this time means that there aren't glaring problems.
No.
It's just oh, man, that would have been cool. Not a, hey, it would have been better, or it needed this. It's, you know what that would have been cool.
This really could have broached the topic and really set Becky to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Let her wrestle Almas, even if it's just a hip toss.
Just one exchange.
Like,
nah, it's Almas, man. You get it. It's going to be a deep arm drag, yo.
Yeah.
And you're going to throw him halfway across the ring. He's going to stand up, and then he's going to collect himself.
Yeah.
And then, thank you.
I'm just saying, like, I think you missed something there that could have made it next level.
That being said, you got to see Becky Lynch step up to the dudes and be like, I ain't backing down.
Yeah.
I know you think I'm supposed to back down? Nah, dude.
We talked.
Can you move out my way, please?
We talked a couple months ago about moments that make you cry, and we talked about how Evolution in some ways made me cry.
Yeah.
Dude, like the happiest tears came to my eyes when, even though I knew it was going to happen, when Becky Lynch's music hits. Because
Who gets that moment, man?
yeah, like she's supposed to be the presentation of I'm the man, I'm the thing in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
It made me cry because that is exactly what John Cena would have done 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That is exactly what The Rock would have done in his heyday. That's exactly what Stone Cold would have done in his heyday.
Mm-hmm.
And she did that. I don't care if it was written.
That's exactly what happened when Hogan beat Yokozuna for the title.
Yeah. Just come out and confront the last guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's me now. I'm the man. And I was like, yes. Because she can talk all she wants.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't present her as the man.
Exactly. And back to the Gene thing about presentation. And it isn't saying, I'm the man now and being done with it. It's showing that she is. So that you can come to that conclusion. If she's saying it all day. And you can believe it if you want, or not believe it as well. But if you're shown that she is, you can come to believing it yourself.
Mm-hmm. And like I said,
they kind of showed it.
Yeah, it's exactly what Stone Cold would have done. It's exactly what The Rock would have done. It's exactly what Cena would have done. Mm-hmm. And it's exactly what the man, Becky Lynch, would do.
It's exactly how wrestling has been built from the ground up.
Mm-hmm. And it's why she's working. It's why she is the man right now. Mm-hmm. Run your mouth and then back that up. And also using the stunner on house shows and flipping the bird.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
For Christ's sake.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she doesn't need to be anybody else. She
No.
doesn't need to be this generation's anything. She doesn't want to be the next Stone Cold. She wants to be the... And then she say that she doesn't want to be the next Stone Cold. She wants to be the first Becky Lynch.
She's the first Becky Lynch.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be another one.
Nah, man. Nope.
There's going to be something even greater. That's how it happens, man. Ebbs and flows of greatness. And she's pushing her tide pretty damn high. Something special. And then there's Cena going into the 5 moves of doom. Then Lightning Fist.
The 6th move.
What the hell is that? What is that?
I don't know.
You know what? It's so bad. It's almost like, okay, you're going to rag on me for those? Here's this. Guess what? You like it now because it's bad. And I do. I absolutely do. It's like, oh, here it comes. He did the thing. Yay. He did the thing.
He did the thing.
And then about to ride to glory and tossed.
Tossed?
Tossed.
She picks up the pinfall victory.
She didn't just like nudge him or push him. Throws him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not the pinfall victory. She puts on the disarmor. Now, this is another nitpick I have. But it's not a real one, and it has nothing to do with this match.
Uh-huh.
I think she needs an impact finisher. I love the disarmor. I think it's a tremendous finish.
Mm-hmm.
But people
Especially
pop huge for impact finishes.
What's wrong with the stunner, yo?
That's what I'm saying. Like something similar, even if it is even if she does adopt the stunner, that could work. I mean,
said she's doing it on house shows.
Mm-hmm. Flipping the bird, giving the stunner.
I don't know, man. I'm fine with submission for now, because
Yeah.
it lets you be that tough ass baby face or that violent monster heel, and a submission always is right that way. It's what weirdly gave, I think, Daniel Bryan credibility come WWE time was he's a good dude, but he's finishing people off by forcing them to submit. So he had that edge to him. Even at the height of his white meatness, there was that level of brutality and visceral nature of it. I've said that word too many times tonight. Of a submission finish. So I'm okay with it, but yeah, man. That high impact offense,
something that people can go, yeah.
You could tell that adrenaline hits more too. That the Bexploders are seem to have a lot more behind them. Everything she does has a lot more behind them.
If she can deliver a little bit more to the Bexploder.
Mm-hmm.
It could work. She would have to finish people with it.
Nah, I think that's established as a good signature that it doesn't need to be.
Just saying.
I know.
It's something that's already in it. I would prefer she develop something new.
Exactly.
All right, just 2 quick questions from Robbie. I hope well, that's not a question. I hope CM Punk comes back to Monday Night Raw. Probably not going to ever happen. And can they make a new ECW TV show? They could, but it probably wouldn't work. Well, I mean, I don't know.
I think
if
they're
they
making
it on the network.
They're making so many different weird shows.
Yeah.
But we're in an era where things become more talent focused, and ECW was. I don't want to say that it wasn't about talent. That's a freaking rude and wrong thing to say. But it was a different kind of thing.
Paul Heyman knowing how to get the best out of you,
out
of whomever he had.
Yeah, and sometimes the resources aren't as vast as others elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean you can't make amazing stuff with it. And they made amazing stuff with larger than life characters.
And when you think about it, NXT is kind of what ECW was, even though it has the money of WWE.
Mm-hmm.
It's that. Bottom line,
I think therein lied the magic of what ECW was.
No,
because oddly enough, yeah, it's like no, we're gonna do great, and sometimes an artist works best within some limitations. Like if they have the vast wealth to work with, and you're able to get and use anything you want. You lose the art for the sake of throwing money at the issue. Mm-hmm. When it's like, well, this is what I have to work with. I'm going to make the best I can out of this. You end up making the best this, that, and the other to put together the best one thing you can out of them. You're making more than the sum of their parts because each of those parts is living up far beyond their potential. And that was the weird magic of ECW and what really good indies end up being.
Mm-hmm.
Or the smaller shows with gumption. It's that sweet spot that every once in a while an Impact can hit or an ROH can hit. Or like we were hype on Wrestle Circus hitting on Twitch and
wherever they went.
Breaking some ground. They tried moving the building and then they went and moved back, I think. I don't know. They've kind of fallen off the radar because you always end up with that problem of, hey, here's some growth. Well, how can we maximize it and keep that? Everybody thinks that trend is always going to go in the same direction. Instead
Sounds
of
familiar.
Instead of building,
I feel like I did that before.
And is this where we hug?
No, that's on the hug line. That's usually in the morning.
Usually in the morning. And I like that. Tune in usually in the morning for the hug. I like that it's a surprise. It should never be at a set time. And if you ever schedule it, it'll lose the magic.
It's never.
If you put the money and the company behind it, not as good. It's organic. It's natural. You're using what you got, Justin. Far beyond its scope as an individual thing, and you've made something special out of it. The hug line.
Paul Elliott, ECW pushed things to the extreme, no pun intended. Today it would be hard to have on TV. That's why I said, if anywhere, it could live on the network. I just don't think they have any interest in doing that kind of wrestling anymore.
Yeah, there's lots of liability with it. Man, if that's your thing, dig in.
We spent far too long talking about SmackDown and the Wrestling Boot Band.
Wrestling Boot Band.
There's big news that we didn't get to, man.
Nah, there isn't.
We got a couple minutes here. That All Elite Wrestling. It's official. We everybody in the world has been speculating, so this was no secret, and they wanted it that way.
Well, yeah.
That's how they could make it official.
It's months of build, man. Free build. Hey, I'm in an organization, but I'm getting hype built for my own stuff without having to do it.
Also, yeah, like, I'm not. We may do that. I'm like,
what are you doing at first? They got a party.
Yeah.
If you look at what AEW,
If you look close,
I don't want to.
Close. You will notice red and yellow.
Okay. I can't not look at it. It's the worst.
It's the worst thing that ever happened to my life, like 7 years ago.
I think
completely took it over.
They're doing still
You
having
can see why.
Still having problems to this day. Obviously,
Mhm.
Look at him. He's distracted.
Ellie says, "Let's go get jobs." Yes, I'll go work for All Elite.
Oh Jesus! It's like
I'd love to work for AEW.
Shut up, Dad. Like, I'm sorry, I'm cutting back to childhood here. It's like I don't wanna.
I don't think there's a TV deal yet, Paul Elliott.
Ooh, but you know what? They came out, they did one show, it sold out with over 10,000 seats.
Mm-hmm.
And that immediately made television go, what? Like literally before that, TV was like, wrestling upstart. I don't know if this is our thing, if it's a good fit. And then it's like, you sold how many? Can you sell other things? Do you like selling stuff? Shirts. You've had shirts. How many have you sold? Oh. You can sell. Okay, I think with All Elite, because they had like this weird little press conference where they signed themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So we have officially Cody, Brandy, Matt and Nick Jackson, and Hangman, and conspicuous by their absence, Kenny Omega and Marty Scurll.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Omega main eventing Wrestle Kingdom in like a couple days. And Marty Scurll, who's just getting a nice new home for himself there in ROH with the whole, Jesus. It's not a good pick. The whole Villain Enterprises, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember when they were building All In?
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, we need to sell tickets. So it's like they kept drip feeding the announcements.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to be here? So-and-so is All In.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to be here? So-and-so is going to be All In. Here's a match. But they had this build ready to hype up the event as it was approaching.
Mm-hmm.
And then the tickets went on sale and they sold out instantly. So they didn't quite need that hype for it. Good for them.
Right.
Fantastic. But they were ready to build as necessary. They were ready for an opening day of like, okay, we sold 2,000. That's pretty good, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep this hype going and get up there. We're going to sell this 10,000 now. It was immediate. Now, they're not making the mistake of going like the smaller companies going, well, this growth is obviously going to maintain no matter what. So we're not selling's done, fellas. All we got to do is cash in on the gravy train. Here we go, ever upward, going on.
Mm-hmm.
They've signed very few of the elite who were obviously going. It is known they are going. They're going to do the thing, right?
It is known.
Conspicuous by their absence. Kenny and Marty.
Mm-hmm.
As we start going through stuff, as we get this coming, the announcement, the next press conference come the 8th of January, right?
Yeah.
That's when they start making more announcements. The hype's here. This exists. Hey, look, they got this dude. You're talking about it for another week. Hey, they got this dude. You're talking about it for another week. Hey, they've announced this event in these locations. Wow, we can start getting hyped for events. Oh my God, they got so-and-so? Holy hell, it's 4 weeks in, and we're excited for the first show. The first show's coming 2 months down the road. They got this dude. What are the matches? What's the card going to be? This is going to be amazing. They've got another show after that. They're going to build, what kind of, they're announcing what kind of championships they're going to have and what kind of divisions they're going to have and how they're going to structure this stuff. Drip feeding to build that excitement to the events, to sell the hell out of them,
Mm-hmm.
to push for TV or push for whatever they want to do if they want to break the model and be something new.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you're not going to get everything day one.
No.
Don't be underwhelmed.
They have the thing, the 8th, which is for the Double or Nothing, I guess is the first event they're going to be pushing towards.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, that's the 8th. What happens on the 4th, Nathan?
We have Wrestle Kingdom, where
who is in the main event there?
Tanahashi.
Who's he wrestling?
Some dude.
Could it possibly be one Kenny Omega?
Possibly. Goodbye and good night and stuff. I don't know. I can't trust. Yes.
It's my favorite Omega.
But yeah, man. So yeah, clean up your contracts because they're smart.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to sabotage a New Japan main event of their main show of the year. You know?
This is my real job, Robbie. I'm only half kidding because I don't get paid for it, so it's not really a job.
Patreon.com/ohijustin. Give him a
AJ
buck,
Styles sucks. What's the matter with you?
Oh.
You get out. So the 8th will probably get like a...
Yeah, sorry.
I assume the first one's in Jacksonville. Double or Nothing will be in Jacksonville. We'll probably get a date.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll probably get a new signee. At least one.
Yeah, man.
We got Britt Baker today, right?
Yeah.
And then the first 4 or 5 or whatever it was, day of, essentially.
Right.
Like you said, drip it out. I mean, I don't want to
build hype, man. They know wrestling.
I'm not saying I'm underwhelmed, and I absolutely do 100% want to go work for them. Like, absolutely. I'd love to learn the creative process from them. I'd love to be, even if you don't have room for me at the commentary desk, I'd love to be behind the scenes in some way. Call that a, I'll fill out whatever application you need me to. I'll go wherever. Let me know.
So what you're saying is we need to get some generic applications and just start sending them? All right. Write this one down. Hey, you downstairs. You still watching? Write that down and force us to do this bit because we want to send applications in.
Okay. I typed it in.
You're not downstairs. So it's beside the point.
Okay, so before we go, like you said, it's not underwhelming, and
it's the very beginning of the hype.
Here's the thing, though.
The thing exists.
It exists.
Now we can start building the hype for it. I think it was smart. I think it was brilliant.
No, absolutely. And I don't want this to come out as negative because it's not. Like, just like with All In, I was super pumped for it because I feel like it could All In could change wrestling, and it did. What can All Elite do that will actually be different, though?
I don't know. Yeah, because I guess that gets to the issue there of is the wrestling market saturated?
Maybe we shouldn't have talked so long about Hogan.
No,
and
this
the
is
Wrestling
fine.
Boot
This
Band.
is fine. Well, you know what? We've got just the very basics of what this is. All Elite exists. What the hell is it? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna do? Hey, guess what, Justin? We're building the hype for next week.
Yeah.
Because we're going to get the announcements between now and then,
we
right?
also have Wrestle Kingdom to cover next week. And your birthday, which also happens to fall on a hashtag Nate Appreciation Day.
God damn it.
Isn't that weird that your birthday's on a hashtag Nate Appreciation Day? Also on a Rusev Day.
Hold on. I have to groan louder and roll my eyes harder.
I'm going to just really tweet you really quick.
Oh?
Before we get to the thing.
You shouldn't do that.
Before we get to the thing.
So what a
They have a former NFL guy working with them now. He's still with Khan. He's the co-owner, I believe, of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
Which again, I think Jacksonville is where Double or Nothing is going to be.
Hey man, it sounds like they have an in.
Nate has a birthday? It's within the next couple days. I can never get it straight. I feel like it's the 4th, but it might be the 3rd.
It's within the next couple hours, Justin.
So it's the 3rd.
Shut up.
Happy Nate Appreciation Day. Hashtag Nate Appreciation Day.
Buy the shirt. Hey, you want to wish me a happy birthday? Go to patreon.com/ohhijustin.
How dare you?
And what? Dude, we have something? Let's sell it. Make me happy. Fulfill my wishes.
You want the thing?
Get this man some lunch, for Christ's sake. What's up?
Let's get the thing.
Oh?
It is 11 o'clock.
I know it is.
First thing Nathan says when I get here, short show tonight.
Well, we got to go hunt deer and elk, and I still need to figure out where the cougars spawn at. I got a panther. What's up?
There's a panther up north and a cougar up north.
Hey,
And then there's a panther down south.
Yeah, your little spot. I got murdered 14 times before
welcome.
finally killing it, and then it was perfect. I was like, well,
So it was worth it.
see you, big cat.
Is it a scoped rifle for the panther? Probably.
No, yeah, I just used a straight ass rifle as it was charging at me. One shot in the face.
Like I did with the wolves.
You ain't getting me again. Guess.
I don't care what anybody says. Those shots on the wolves, nobody's mentioning how awesome that was.
It was awesome, dude. I'm mentioning the hell out of it.
It's like, what?
He locked on and tracked it, and he just went on a freaking merry-go-round that was invisible. That wolf's having a great time till he got shot. What's up? You're ruining this invisible Ferris wheel for this poor unfortunate wolf.
Shouldn't attack that lady.
I know. Or go running and tripping over other wolves. What the hell's wrong with you? You wolf jerk? Give me that shirt. Sorry. My own in-game bit for just me. I don't care. I don't skin them, Justin.
Hashtag cowboy pals.
I take their shirts.
He takes their shirts.
Give me that raccoon shirt. Hey, everybody. We're hashtag WrestlePals. Let's do the sell because I got to go get it. Oh, okay, get it.
Yes.
Hey, we're hashtag WrestlePals. If you dig us, dig what we do. You want to see more of us, you can follow along on the Facebook page, facebook.com/WrestlePalsVA. That's where we do the live show at. Go there. Join the chat. Steer the direction of the show. God knows we need it. Please help.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. If you want to see the back catalog of the video show, YouTube, search for Spell It Out, hashtag WrestlePals. See how wrong we were on little everything. Everything.
It's the
Or
best.
if you can't stand our ugly mugs, I understand. It happens. Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, anywhere you can get podcasts, that's where you can find hashtag WrestlePals. If you want to support the show directly, though, patreon.com, serious self, patreon.com/OhiJustin. That's where WrestlePals lives and breathes. And that's OHHI Justin. That's where WrestlePals lives and breathes and resides and thrives and grows. Along with the program, the finest music show on the internet. Coheed and Cambria, right?
Eventually, we'll get there.
All right.
I'm putting it on the
putting it on the
horizon.
On the horizon. Gotcha. Amazing back catalog of that show. Get a starter pack for any band because he's damn near covered everything. Get every week he still puts out more. It's amazing. Also the home of the Oh Hi Justin Pod. 5 to 10 minutes a day of this madman doing madman stuff. Go in and enjoy. I like to get a nice block. This beside the point. And home of these ghouls. Apparently we need to call out these ghouls. I don't know how this works anymore. These ghouls are good?
These ghouls are good.
Those ghouls are jerks. These ghouls versus those ghouls. I think I'm on to something. We'll talk more. Maybe you want to get in touch with us individually. It's easy to get hold of Justin at the Hulkster on Twitter. Talk with him. If you can't give a buck, give some listen, give some feedback. That means a hell of a lot too. At the Hulkster. Play
Hashtag
with him.
Wrestle Party. Also.
Yes. Oh my God. Fucking goddamn maniacs. Goddamn maniacs. I'll show you that after the show too. 200 missed text messages from who?
10,000
Oh,
maniacs?
those guys.
This might be the cheap whiskey talking, but I love your face, Nate. Hashtag Nate Appreciation Day.
It's the cheap whiskey talk. I'm going to have some words with that cheap whiskey, too. Mostly this. A glug, a glug, a glug. At the Hulkster on Twitter for Justin. If you want to tweet me and ruin my day, at the Nate Project. Tweet it. Whatever. A happy day to whatever, man. Do your thing. Gotta go. Music's about to run out. Goddamn hashtag WrestlePals. Yay!
I lost my keys and my little dog is bone. So I pick him up and I'm gonna carry home. But he a mean dog, bit me in the spare rib. And I'll take him home, put him in the baby crib. Yeah, I don't know the words, AJ Styles. You know what you are? You're phenomenal. Phenomenal.